Okay, I'm back. I got dressed up a little bit for the part. I'm wearing my ceremonial black robes with my little skulls carved out of camel bone. And here's the altar. Okay, I have a statue of my psychopomp, Azrael. I have depictions of death, a dead alligator, and a little dead bat. Here I have a a little brass vessel that I will burn incense, resin incense over charcoal. If there's any, yeah, if there's any thing definitely that you need to have on altars, always there's two stones. There's quartz and amethyst. Quartz amplify all energies, and it amethyst helps with spirituality and psychic abilities. So, and I also have some black amber, and I have a little coffin box. Now, you're going to be needing a box. It could be a shoe box. It don't have to be a coffin box. Because when we do the ritual, we will be putting things inside the box. Again, it does not have to be a coffin box. It could be a shoe box. And you're also going to probably want to draw on it. But anyway, we're going to talk about more of that later. Now, in necromantic rites, the candles of choice are black, not because of evil, but because it's associated with death. You could also use purple and violet in these kind of rituals, and of course, you could also use the standard white. Definitely on the ancestral altar, you would probably want to have white, and which is pretty much standard. And of course, if I was doing a divination or doing a small evocation or invocation, I would probably have my scrying device here with the incense burning, and we'll talk about more about that later. All right, this is an example of an altar that you can, or you can even do it as a shrine if you're not going to do work on it. Just something to bring in the energies of death. Put this in the west part of the house, or facing west. It doesn't matter if it's in the west part of the house, just that it's facing west. West is the, again, I spoke about this, but who knows who comes in watching where I start. So I'm reiterating that west is the direction of necromantic rites. Okay? Sun sets in the west where the sun dies. All right? Okay, so, okay. I did not show a demonstration of an ancestor altar, but I can if you guys want me to, but for the most part, it's pretty much similar. You're going to put a picture of the person, roses, flowers, things that might have belonged to them, white candles, incense burner too. Um, quick thing now, when you make these altars, you can put yourself into it, make it your kind of style, especially with the necromantic altar. Do not put your picture on it. Do not put something that does not uh, relevant to the thing um, that does not need to be there, that represents you. Okay, all of my cool little taxidermy stuff, they don't represent me. It represents a certain subject. Because there is a theory that goes on with something called contagious magic. So you're channeling some forces of death and or the energies of death. So don't put something like your picture on that altar to make it link to you, or something that belongs to you that is not relevant to the ritual. So don't put your wallet. You don't put your hairbrush on it. It's because the school of thought is that if you link that to you instead of immersing yourself into it, it could possibly, especially if you're practicing black magic, it could possibly leak onto you through a form of contagious magic. Similar beliefs like in with crossing patterns and hoodoo. They don't. Once you throw it with your intent, you don't walk over it. So anyway, uh, but a quick little summary up here. You have, what if you don't have um, real dead things to put on your altar? Go, hey Azrael, what can I do to make it? Well, you can use the sympathetic link of skulls, fake things that represent the same thing. Again, it's like brick dust. Okay, brick dust. It can be used to build up walls, magic walls for protection, and it could be used to tear down magic walls of protection. It gets its power, even though it's just clay, it gets its power from when the brick was formed for a specific purpose. It gets a sympathetic link. So it's clay. You make a brick to build houses and walls. That's where it gets its sympathetic link. So if you have a Halloween skull, it works just fine. Okay. Um, Also, if you're wanting a quick little thing, but you're wanting something real, go to your local pet store. Uh, Go to the section for where the dog treats are, and in many well-stocked pet stores, they have things such as hooves from deer. They'll have antlers from deer for the dogs to chew on. They'll have bones, actual real juicy big bones. You could use those to bring the influence of death, or what has died, onto your altar. So yeah, you could decorate that with dog treats, believe it or not. So now, and that might actually give you a boost if you're working with Hecate, because dogs are associated with her. Um, oh, and I did not mention what the black amber was. Okay, you could also use dead plants. You could use dead flowers. Black amber, well, again, it's black. It's bringing in that same energy, and amber is a part of a dead tree. So you could use anything that's dead to help channel that same energy. Okay, I know this has been a long video. Well, it's a lot of information, and I'm trying to summarize it up as much as possible. Uh, I will do answering question. I will answer questions if you need to, or if I get enough questions on a good subject that I might have overlooked, I'll make another video on that. The next videos that we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the herbs associated with such things, how to make certain oils that for necromantic rites as well. And then, if all things go well, after I come back from vacation, I'll probably do a video on a ritual setup for a necromantic rite. All right, so thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.